What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Charles Prince Martin. And he had this to say about Deontay. Yes, once again, this is what he had to say, another person giving their 2 cents about his excuse. He said, quote, "It's stupid to wear 40 pounds when you have skinny legs." Charles Martin blast Deontay Wilder. And he accuses made by the countryman Deontay Wilder. Martin blames Wilder for choosing to walk out in an absurd suit that weighed 40 pounds ahead of the one most important fights of his career. He said, you have to be smart. Who does that? We're cool, but I'd fight any of the top guys. Okay. But it's stupid to come out in a 40-pound weight vest. He said it weighed 40 pounds. Why would you wear that? They didn't bring it to him on the day of the fight. Here's the 40-pound suit you've got to wear. He knew the suit weighed 40 pounds. So why wear it? That's his fault. Ain't nobody's fault but his. Charles Martin via boxing scene. Now, I'm going to say this. Let me counterpunch this. Now, he had some points and some stuff I agreed with in this passage, but it's some stuff. It's one thing that I don't. Okay, I do agree with the fact that he can't let everyone know, or he can't lie anymore and say that, hey, this is the first time he wore it. He tried it on to see if it fit. So you know he had to walk around in it. Okay? So he walked around in the suit. He tried, he saw what it felt like. And he should have thought about what would it be like, or discern, or forethink, hey, maybe this shit might be too heavy for me to perform to my best ability. Okay? And that was stupid if he didn't know that. But I know what the excuses were. I know he said, this is the first time I wore the suit. It didn't feel right. I walked too long in it, and it was 40 pounds or whatever, But it's been so many ways it's been debunked, because he wore a fireman's suit that wore 100 pounds. He said on Joe Rogan that he trains with a vest that's way over that limit of 40 pounds. And maybe it's a 50-pound vest or something like that. And he uses that while he trains. Okay, so all that it contradicts what he's saying and the excuse that he made. Now, back to Charles Martin. Charles Martin said that, hey, you shouldn't wear that if you have skinny legs. And let me counterpunch something. You've already got skinny legs, okay? That's a total insult to Deontay Wilder. He might say, "Oh well, we're cool," but we're cool, but not. No, that's just an insult. Because first of all, Deontay Wilder having skinny legs, yes, again, that's the appearance, okay? Doesn't mean you have weak legs because you have skinny legs. That's a big misconception, and people need to understand the difference. Just because your legs are skinny, don't make them weak. Okay? So a lot of people think, Judge, you have you're skinny, or because you're skinny, you're not strong. That's not true. That's not always the truth. I don't know about Deontay's situation, but I can say just because you have skinny legs don't mean that you're weak. Okay? And just because you have big legs don't make you strong. You know what I mean? It might, it could mean that, like you could look at it, but from just looking at someone, don't judge a book by its cover. That's just like looking at Andy Ruiz because he was fat and out of shape, had rolls and titties and such. Oh, he can't punch, or he won't be able to do this to a guy that looks like Anthony Joshua, all colossus and bulk and big and stout and, and built and all that shit, right? So that's just like Charles Martin judging a book by its cover. I think he should have left that out. But I do agree with him. He should have wore that suit, tried that suit on, walked around in it for a while, and seen what it was about. However, let's do this. From this point on, the good thing about Deontay Wilder, he can never, I repeat, never, ever use that excuse again. At all. So the excuse is being made. He said that excuse. He's made, countless other things. His fans have gave him other excuses. But look, at the end of the day, he can't use that excuse anymore. So, to play devil's advocate, maybe he will know next time he goes to those two guys that designs his suits, because I think Deontay's hard-headed. I think he's going to get back in another fucking suit. It might not be as heavy because they're going to be mindful, but it doesn't matter anyway. They're not going to be able to sell that excuse to anybody, right? But he's going to know now, and he's going to think about that, and he's going to take time walking the same amount of distance that it would take him to walk back and forth with this thing to get to the ring. From the locker room to the top of that ring, he climbs over the ropes like he does, and that's that. So he's going to see the time difference. So at least he can walk enough, either outside, walk around the damn place, behind the place, walk to see if that vest is heavy enough to, if it don't make your legs feel funny after you take it off. Okay? Because I don't want to hear that type of excuse no more. Seeing everybody's blasting him, and he's just it was funny as shit. He already got skinny legs. Fuck you. What are you wearing that big ass vest for? You know what I mean? So, it was funny, but but it was a blatant attack on Wilder. Just because a man has skinny legs don't mean he's weak. In fact, he's a tall, lanky dude, but that tall, lanky dude can do what? He can punch, can he? So we can't say that he's weak because he's skinny. You know what I mean? Now he does have he's pretty lean. He ain't like no big colossus dude. He's a tall, lanky dude. Lean, right? So if you were just trying to, give him positive characteristics physically, lean, right? Some people would call him lanky. That's a lanky motherfucker. Right? But he's lean. He's somewhat muscular, right? But that doesn't mean he's weak. Okay, so I wouldn't put that in there. So I just had to counterpunch that. But I will say this about Charles Martin. People are smelling themselves, man. It feels good to get a win. To get back in the swing of things, calling everybody out, saying Deontay Wilder has skinny legs, therefore they're weak. But he's my guy. Anyway, man, I just think it's a trip because, Charles Martin has said a lot lately, and it's not over. So stay tuned. You guys tell me what you think of Charles Martin and his comments. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.